interfered with a well-laid plan.
Yeah, well, you can stick your well-laid plan up your well-laid ass.
That was not smart.
Hi, I'm Johnny, and this is Johnny Likes, the show where I talk about movies that I like. Today I'm talking about one of my favorite action movies of the 90s, and it's my third favorite Die Hard film. Today, Johnny likes Die Hard with a Vengeance.
You tell him, Johnny. You tell the world.
If you're watching this and are unfamiliar with the movie, here's the little plot summary for you. Or just a reminder for everybody else. John McClane is about to have another one of his patented super shitty days.
Now, you got about 10 seconds before those guys see you. When they do, they will kill you, you understand?
McClane's been pulled off of suspension because some crazy guy named Simon is threatening to kill people if he doesn't complete these insane tasks and solve these little riddles. During his first task, he gets help from a good Samaritan named Zeus, played by Samuel L. Jackson. Zeus sticks around for the rest of the film, helping McClane do what Simon says. Eventually, it is revealed why Simon dislikes McClane so much, and also that his motives might not be as simple as the police think. Right, so this is an action movie, so let's talk about the action for a little bit. John McTiernan is back in the director's chair for this one, and it really shows. I've loved almost all of McTiernan's movies, and he's an excellent action director. He just knows how to create a spectacle action-wise without losing the viewer plot-wise. And this film is no exception. During the shootouts, you always know where everyone is and where they're shooting at. It's the same deal with the hand-to-hand action and all the car chases. You always know the geography of the scene, and you never feel confused or lost as to what is actually going on. The tasks that McClane has to complete are always thrilling and fun to watch, and when there are riddles involved, we are solving them right along with them.
I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks. Every sack has 7 cats. Every cat has 7 kittens. Kittens, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives?
And sometimes we know more than he does, but it's always fun seeing him figure out with less information than we have. Combine this with the snappy and funny dialogue and the great performances from our leads, and you've got yourself a Hollywood blockbuster here. This movie originally was not supposed to be in any way connected to the Die Hard series. I think the screenplay was originally called Simon Says. If it's not, that would have made a great title anyway. I guess the studios didn't have enough confidence in it to release it as a one-off standalone picture, so somewhere along the line, someone had the bright idea of turning it into a Die Hard picture. If you never knew this, and you've seen the movie, you might be face-palming right now going, "Oh, that makes so much sense!" And it does. This movie feels completely different from the first 2 entries in this series. And if you were to change up McClane's name to something else, it would still be a great standalone action thriller. One of the biggest highlights of the film is seeing Samuel Jackson and Bruce Willis being reunited after both appearing in Pulp Fiction the year before. I'm not sure if they actually shared screen time in Pulp Fiction, as it's been quite a while since I've seen it, but it doesn't matter. They're back and they're a great combo together. Jackson is in full Sam Jackson mode.
Okay, Zeus, I'm sorry you got it.
Why you keep calling me Jesus? I look Puerto Rican to you. He didn't say Jesus, he said, hey, Zeus. My name is Zeus. As in father of Apollo, Mount Olympus. Don't fuck with me or I'll shove a lightning bolt up your ass. Zeus! You got a problem with that?
And he gels perfectly with Willis's cynical but well-meaning McClane. It's also a little-known fact, but the L in Samuel L. Jackson's name actually stands for motherfucker. Seems strange, but it's true. You can go look it up. This is one of the best pairings in the buddy cop movie subgenre. It's right up there with Gibson and Glover, or Nolte and Murphy. And they both get their share of solid one-liners and good bits of dialogue here. And I think it was a good choice to have Willis being able to actually bounce stuff off of somebody else instead of just spouting one-liners to himself / the audience. Jeremy Irons was an excellent bad guy in this and felt like a worthy successor to Alan Rickman from the first film. No offense to William Sadler from Die Hard 2, but that character that he played was just a psycho military douche. And he played him very well. But Jeremy Irons gets to play a Eurotrash bank robber with a sense of humor. In other words, he's more interesting, because he's actually fun to watch. Irons is having a blast playing this Simon character. I find that whenever an actor seems to be really enjoying a role, that it just elevates everything about the character. It can make the writing seem sharper and more clever than it actually is. If you have a good actor, that is. And vice versa, if an actor is phoning it in, they don't really want to be there, they're just picking up a paycheck, that also shows and affects the character as a whole. There's only really two things that have bugged me about the movie. The first thing is the water riddle that they have to solve, where they have to pour 4 gallons using a 3-gallon and a 5-gallon container. They never show their steps. You see them talking about it, and then it cuts away, and then you see them arguing, and then, oh, they have it. They happen to have this amount in one container and this amount in another, and the solution is obvious from there. It's not a difficult riddle, and it just kind of bugs me that they never showed their steps. There's 2 solutions that I know of, and it bugs me so much that I've actually made a couple shorts illustrating step by step the solutions. The second thing that I never really cared for in the movie is the seemingly tacked on ending. I'm not sure why they added the McClane gets his man, but just not in New York finale. My guess is that initial test screenings did poorly, and they called everyone back in for reshoots, and this is what they came up with. Whatever the reason, I wish they hadn't done it. Watching it as a kid, it seemed to not quite fit with the rest of the movie, but I was still happy because the good guy gets the bad guy in the end, and that's satisfying. As an adult, I just see that it's this weird tacked-on ending that doesn't fit the rest of the film. If they would have done something more original, or stuck with whatever they had to begin with, or something that made more sense, the whole film would have been better for it. I've seen the first 3 Die Hard movies more than any other movie, and it's not even a close race. When I was younger, these were my comfort movies, and I've seen the first 2 easily over 100 times each, and I've seen this one at least 50, probably closer to 100 times. Why? Because they're great action movies, that's why. Not often does an action series, or really any series, stay high quality past the initial sequel, if even then, let alone the 3rd film. There's exceptions to the rule, but generally it's true. Die Hard 3 is one of those exceptions. Like, it has its problems for sure, but for a big tentpole Hollywood summer blockbuster popcorn movie, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. I still think this movie rocks overall. I think it holds up great, and I'm going to rate it a 4.25 out of 5. So what do you guys think about Die Hard with a Vengeance? What do you want to see me talk about next? If you could do me a favor and like and subscribe, it's quick, easy, and relatively painless. If not, cool. Thanks for watching. And you can tune in next time to see what else Johnny likes.